Hello, it is November the 21st, 2025, and this is going to be a sneak preview into the Builder's Automation 2026 stair machine. So what has changed and what's going to be standard is we are now using nothing but 10.2 horsepower motors. Huge advantage to this is it has four 42 millimeter bearings, two on the top, two on the bottom. I'm sure there's going to be some that say you don't need 10 horsepower, especially not two of them. But that's probably from somebody that's not cutting landing cuts. We cut landing cuts. And we also have clients that cut a tremendous amount of open stairs. So if you're cutting open stairs, you definitely want that kind of horsepower. In addition to that, the new machines have the ability to cut not one, not two, but three 1.5 inch stringers. And yes, still cutting landing cuts and open stairs. So 10 horse is a nice thing to have. We also have standard 2,500 pounds of clamp force. We have also upgraded the clamping feed system. It too has 1,000 pounds per unit capacity, but more importantly, it is now guided by linear rails. Why is that necessary? Well, the hypotenuse of the cut repeatability is essential to keep the geometry correct, and the systems that have been in practice in stairs for years have always had a little bit of wiggle, and as I'm sure we understand, that's going to have some issues on repeatability. So the infeed table, this is actually an option, but the infeed table also has cylinders to keep the stringers tight to the front fence of the machine. This is a great option, especially for shops where the operators are under a lot of pressure to get a lot of production out. This is something that's done autonomously. It keeps the stringers tight against the fence, so you don't have any fishtailing as the material goes through the machine and potentially changing your geometry on your stairs. Additional feature that this machine can do is 45-degree risers or return cuts. Now the machine has done this in the past, but now we can do it on 1.5 inch thick material. Again, something that's really hard to pull off if you don't have a motor the size of the 10 horse for the bearing sizes to hold such a large tool. So these have ER32 collets, which you can size up to 7/8 of an inch. And I'm sure as you understand, a lot of the large cutters need large shanks. Notice the massive bearings to support such large motors. And then here's the enclosure. There's the two VFDs for the motors. Nice, clean, simple, open architecture. And the size of the enclosure makes it where it's not necessary to have cooling fans for this particular size VFD. So the advantage to that is there's no maintenance in cleaning the fans. In addition to that, there's even less of a chance of getting contaminants into the enclosure.